So there's been a little bit of drama online with Nina Drama, Brendan Schaub, and a little bit of Sean Strickland, and it has the MMA community kind of talking, and today I wanted to go through with that, and most importantly, I'd love to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below, because of course, we are going to explain it. We're going to be looking at various opinions, and again, the whole point of this, I'd love to know what you guys think. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's get right into this, guys. So as far as I can see, this actually started off with Nina Drama, and she had this to say. Here's the thing about Brendan Schaub. I love the guy, but this has to be more stupid than Sneeko agreeing to spar Sean Strickland. Brendan Schaub, do you really think Dana White in the UFC would risk it all for Sneeko and Sean Strickland MMA? I have the answer. It's hell no. And for context on this, of course, she is talking about Sneeko asking Sean Strickland to spar, and then Sean Strickland absolutely annihilated him, even though his corner was throwing in the towel. So let's hear what Brendan Schaub had to say. Hopefully the volume is okay.
So this is all orchestrated. This is all designed, you know? So I don't know. A bit of it makes me feel, again, this might be my age zone. It seems just kind of scummy. It's just weird to me. I don't know the Sneeko kid. I know he's talking shit about Mikey. That's our boy. It's weird to have a guy who was a former world champion just kind of tee off on him.
I mean, it is a little bit weird, and let's see what the rest he has to say, okay?
Even though he asked for it, ignorance is bliss. The kid's an idiot, clearly, if you're going to get beat up by Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland's the perfect guy for it. And Sean, he says, I'm doing the Lord's work. I'm beating up influencers. But by partaking in it, Sean's influencing a significant amount of people as well. Like, we're all influencers. Now, Sean has way more skill and has earned his right to be an influencer in the fight space, right? He's a perfect guy to beat up these influencers, It's just something weird about it.
Yeah,
it's all orchestrated by the UFC.
So, to be honest with you, I don't think, and Brendan will explain himself, and I am not your typical Brendan Schaub hater. I actually don't mind Brendan Schaub. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not a big fan of the guy or anything, but I like him. I don't understand why people hate on him so much, but I don't think this take is, like, completely outlandish to think, like, because this took over the internet for a day, right? Sneeko went and sparred Sean Strickland. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being orchestrated. I don't think it was, but I'm just saying I don't think it's completely out there. And to take a look at a couple replies here, we have Sean Strickland, of course. In LMAO, they act like I murdered a man. So a man wanted to fight and got beat up. So what? That's how you become a man. Don't be a little him. He took his beating like a man and will be better for it. Good job. I was impressed. If he asked you to walk him to his truck, call the police. Jake Shields. It was not organized, but the UFC was something that just fell into place. I thought about telling Sneeko not to spar, but it's two consenting adults, and I knew it would make for a hilarious video. Jake Shields going at it. Oh my god. So, oh no, they're coming in with this comedy stuff. I love replies, man. Anyways, Nina retweeting him is the most irrelevant thing that has happened to him since, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, like, yeah, so the entire MMA community is kind of just really, really hating on this guy. I want to see a couple replies to Sean Strickland to see if anything special came from theirs. And of course, why did you spar Pereira like that? Yeah, a lot of things that also came out of Sean Strickland sparring Sneeko was people wondering why he doesn't fight like that. I mean, it was a tad sloppy, but here's the thing. So you openly fantasize publicly about murdering people, and if you didn't punch like a woman, you may have been giving that kid brain damage. You're gonna F with the wrong dudes one day, and you're gonna one of your I hate my daddy's spaz outs, and it won't be like the UFC with your little speed. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I am of the opinion that Sean Strickland is a little bit of a hypocrite when it comes to that stuff, but for the most part, people have been making fun of Brendan Schaub, but Brendan actually did reply to this, which I will need to go to his profile to see. Brendan Schaub did end up replying to it. Explain it a little bit more, okay? Listen here. Here's the thing about Nina Marie. Love the girl, but she's new. How long are we going to pretend that UFC has morals and this is such a reach? Maria, you attend every power slap event for starters, which was created by the ownership of the UFC. Legit MMA journalists are banned for not giving cupcake questions from UFC events. Don't even get me started on fighter pay. Assuming the UFC is open to a YouTuber getting, is far from a bad take. A lawsuit doesn't scare the UFC. Please look into current lawsuits from over 100 plus former fighters. I can go into how this is far from a reach. Still love ya. So this definitely offers a little bit more to what Brendan was saying. And again, I don't think it's absolutely crazy what Brendan was saying, because there's a few points that I agree with and here's a few things that I disagree with, okay? How long are we going to pretend the UFC has morals to such a reach? I don't like when people constantly say that, but at the end of the day, they are a business. You attend every power slap event for starters. Yeah, you know what? She's an industry plant. Legit MMA journalists are banned for not giving cupcake questions from UFC events. So That we don't really know exactly if that's the case, but I think he's kind of calling her, could be wrong about this, but I think he's calling her not a legit journalist, which is far from the truth. Nina Drama is absolutely an MMA journalist, and don't even get me started on fighter pay. I've made videos talking about this. I am not on the fighters don't get paid enough bandwagon. I think I'm with Dana White on that. It'd be nice if fighters made a lot of money, but a lot of the fighter pay situation is just coming from bad faith. Well, it's a conversation for another time. Assuming the UFC is open to a YouTuber getting whooped is far from a bad take. That's where I'm at. That's where I agree. Assuming the UFC is open to a YouTuber getting, whipped is far from a bad take. I don't think that's a big deal because, again, Sneeko can get numbers. And Sneeko getting beat up by Sean Strickland, that did get numbers, okay? I just don't think it's completely out of left field to think what Brendan Schaub was thinking. Do I agree with it? No, but then we have more replies and stuff like this. Schaub, you're a clown. How do you keep taking L's? Brendan, did you just call her Maria? I think you could actually have CTE. She is right and you are wrong. Did you really just infer Nina wasn't a legit MMA journalist? See, that's what I agree with too. She's absolutely a legit journalist. She's just not, I don't want to use the word professional because she brings a new light to her work, but she's absolutely a journalist. I don't know how you can beat Crow Cop and still be a casual fan, but here we are. And then, of course, half these replies definitely are just simping for Nina. Right now, I almost called her Marie. And I don't know why people have to say Sneeko's a Rumbler, not a YouTuber. I don't know. It's just a little bit. But here's the thing. Like, it's tough because a lot of these comments, no matter what, Brendan Schaub could have said the most normal thing of all time and had the best take of all time, but at the end of the day, people are not going to respect him no matter what he says. So it's a combination of Nina Simps, Brendan not articulating himself the best that he could have, and it's a combination of people just hating Brendan Schaub. So all of these fans are coming together. All the UFC fans are, of course, just always taking an opportunity to dog on Brendan Schaub, and I don't think what he said was absolutely crazy. Again, I don't think that this was a planned thing. I think this is just Sean Strickland and Sneeko doing their thing. That's what I think personally. I just don't think it's worth calling Brendan Schaub a clown for that. The only thing that you could call him a clown for is really just continuously calling her Marie, right? But at the end of the day, it's it's not shocking what happens, right? But anyways, guys, I'd love to know your take on this down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. On the screen right now, if you want to check out an early UFC 299 breakdown, check it out on the screen right here, right now. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Take care.